Church at the Mill is located in Moore, South Carolina. We are part of the Southern Baptist Convention.
We were in a space much smaller before we moved in here, obviously, and you couldn't hear them sing ever, not at all. So coming in here, we really made it a priority that the sound, it had to be the number one thing. The sound was the number one thing.
When people come to church, they're looking for a relationship with the Lord. So the spoken word and getting the message to the person is the most critical part.
We want the pastor to be able to have an intimate conversation with each individual person in the room, and how we accomplish that is through Soundscape.
We had the opportunity to see D&B Soundscape pilot in another church. We heard the traditional sound, and then we heard the flip over to D&B Soundscape, and we were blown away.
Soundscape allows us to create a very intimate feel with our congregation, and so we're able to put every instrument where they are physically on stage, and it sounds like they're coming from that position on stage. And so we're able to get a clarity out of that you don't get in a normal sound system setup.
Intimate is the only word I can really come up with that really describes what it is able to accomplish, because every seat has its own experience because of Soundscape.
When we get into an image-based, object-based mix system, we can image better than we've ever been able to in the past with any other manufacturer's product. And the big benefit of the D&B is what goes in comes out. It does no coloration to the system whatsoever. What goes in comes out. Parameters are dialed in to perfection. We have panning, equalization, and time alignment. And it all came together as one product called the DS100 64x64 matrix processor that was able to allow us to do this and correct all the problems we had seen inherent with those other surround systems we've done all those years.
With D&B Soundscape having the N-Space convolution reverb engine, with speakers placed out around the space, you can go from a hugely ethereal reverberative response that can make it sound really bright and lively and anthemic, and you can have that huge ambience, and you can bring it right down to the moment where the pastor's speaking, where it's just their voice.
One of my goals as executive pastor was to ensure that we had the ability, with the quality of sound, to remove any distractions that might cause people to stop for a moment and be caught up on something else. We wanted something that was going to really convey what the pastor is saying or what the worship pastor is facilitating.
I think one of the most frustrating things that we experienced in our other room, and I've experienced in other churches, is you get this choir and you put them in a rehearsal room every week, and they give their heart and their soul to try to communicate their love for Christ. And then you come out on the stage, and what people hear is muffled. And that is the greatest thing I have experienced with this system. It has absolutely transformed that. All say, wow.
I love to be able to see the hands waving on a Sunday morning or on a Sunday night when we're having worship, and to see the congregation being pulled in. And really, D&B Soundscape provides that ability to allow the performer or the pastor to connect with the audience or the congregant.